Well, okay, let's go over your report here. I'm sorry I'm a little late in getting it to you, but man, I guess I'm packed up or whatever. They're all excuses no matter what I say. I just overcommitted. So you're interested in starting a business, not too sure what kind of business, and I'm still not sure what the hell I should be doing either. So I certainly understand. But let me show you all the stuff I found for where you live that can help you start or grow any kind of business. Yeah. And I'll go over it so you have a good sense, because there's a lot of stuff here. There's 120, 30 pages, so you got about 300 items here, and who knows what you could use now or later. So that's how I see this. I mean, you could use this stuff for the next 5, 10 years. The thing is, a lot of the government stuff particularly doesn't change much. And so the people are probably even still there at the same phone numbers or email addresses, in a couple of years. So not a whole lot of changes. And if this is your first venture, then it's good to know the sources and where you get help. Now, there's a couple things to remember, I think. Is one, when you're looking for help like this, you don't know exactly what you're looking for. Just don't spend any money doing it. I know you spent money on me, so I got you. But there's too many people out there can easily get hundreds or thousands of dollars from you. Because you're not sure what to do, and none of us are. So, if someone comes along and they sound reasonable and it sounds like they could help you and they promise they could help you, that's how people get elected too. I'm going to do this. But if it costs you money, then you're really saying they can before they really do it. So I think there's two things. Is you just take the free stuff, or you pay people after they get money for you. So I got a commission. Otherwise, until you know exactly what you're doing, because you've done it before, did a lot of research, or been there before, then I think it's silly to give anybody money, to figure out what the heck to do. So, just don't spend money on stuff. Learn yourself. You could find out things. The other thing is, stay away when you're searching the internet. Stay away from anything that says .com. I'm sure there's good, legitimate people with .com websites, but if you stay with .org, O-R-G, or .gov, G-O-V, that means you're getting something at a hell of a discount or free. So that's what I have here. What all the programs I have here are things that are for free or a hell of a discount that you can't get anywhere else, or they're things on the internet that has ways for you to make money nowadays without costing you anything. If you, there's still a lot of stuff on the internet that promise you to be a millionaire as long as you give them money. But there's too many other things on the internet that could do the same thing, and it doesn't cost you anything until you get money. So if you get a sale and you get $100, then you have to give them $10. Now that's good to work. Okay, so the first thing is the internet introduction. You're watching that now, so that's easy. Then I have the government, local government, and local nonprofits. Man, you don't have much nonprofits that are government offices, out where you are. Like if you were in Atlanta, man, you'd have, this thing would be loaded. You'd have 30 or 40 items in there. So your county has an economic development office. Contact them. They should have. They're getting money to help businesses, but they don't show it on their website. So I gave you the contact information for the economic development office for the county. Contact them and say you're starting a business and wondering what they have to offer. Because you could see the videos there I have of how much they want you to start a business. Because if you start a business, you're creating a job. You grow a business, you create more jobs. Then they don't have to worry, and everyone's happy, and they'll get reelected. So that's what it's about. So go through that list of offerings. There's a lot of nonprofits that have money, like 0% interest. That's why, boy, there's just too many options now, particularly for business, to get things with 0%. So why go to a bank? Stuff like that. And later on, I'll show you stuff on the internet too. So there's all these nonprofits, and also people that will help you. These nonprofits here will give you free advice on how this, because they're there for the community. They're not there for their investors or some fat cat on Wall Street or something like that. No, they're there to help you start a business to grow the community. That's all. I mean, traditional banks and investors You screw up, they're just going to go somewhere else. They don't care. But these people are invested in the community. So they have a better investment for you to succeed. And that's why they'll help you think through your business or help you with advice and things like that. And so a lot of those nonprofits I have in that first group are there. Then look at that. I think the most important thing you have in this report that you could use forever is the free research, mentoring, and counseling. Now, the first one there is the Small Business Development Center. That's your godsend. I mean, that's a place you could turn to for any idea. I mean, you get a harebrained idea to do something or whatever. Instead of just trusting some salesman, you contact them. They'll counsel you free. They have free counseling. There's free services. They'll get you free legal help. They get you free accounting help. They get you free marketing help. Get you free technical help you fill out applications, spreadsheets, balance sheets, all this stuff. That you can get for free. I mean, it's amazing. Look at the video I have with that, and you'll see more about what these people do. I mean, I think it's the best thing. When I was helping Fortune 500 companies as a consultant, I'd go there, get it all for free, and then I'd charge these Fortune 500 companies thousands of dollars for stuff that I got for free. And see, but you don't find them easily because they don't advertise. So you have to know they're there in order to take advantage of them. Okay. Now, next is all the money programs for the state of Georgia. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, some more other research programs. The other great one is 211. 211 it's a database and a phone. But see, what's in that database is people to help you for free. So not only with business, but it's stuff around the house. I mean, you need, you can't get dental work or something like that, or you have to pay a utility bill, or you're looking, you have a sewage problem or something. These people are in the database that help you for free. They're either government offices or nonprofit organizations. So that's why I show you there. So if you go to Google and do this, you'll get literally 100 million websites. For them, you get 4 or 5 websites. Everybody there is for free. So, I mean, it's the greatest thing in the world, because that's the problem with Google. I mean, that'll go you around in circles forever, and you'll never get out the other end. So those two things are the most important thing that we have. There's other organizations there too that do research. If you're a vet, it's the best place to get any help to find out about vets benefits. And there's one for agriculture and stuff. And your elected official. Remember, your elected official. I show you how to get them. I have videos there and whatever. Anything you need money for. You want to send your kids to school, or you have health problems or whatever. Man, see, they are there to help. They have a staff just to do things like that for you. It doesn't matter how much money you have or what your income is. They want to help you, because if they help you, if they can find a way to do it, you'll vote for them forever, right? So you don't pay them with money; you pay them for a vote. And this is why they never, lose their seat, because they get reelected all the time, because they just have staff that do favors like that for everybody. So use it. It's a tool. I don't know what's right or wrong. It's there. Every fat cat uses this. Donald Trump. I mean, he brags in his books and everything. He gives it to every candidate. He's not biased. His first deal was with a government property in Cincinnati. He used the government to make his millions too. Everybody does. That's aware of it. The problem is they don't advertise. Actually, our congressman did. We soon got elected. He had these things. Here's the things I could help you with. You need money for this, money for that, or whatever. And you'll see in this report, I have a listing of what one of the senators sent out. They have a grant request list. What do you want a grant for? Wow. You go on the internet and do that. Somebody's got to hit you up for $500. And they'll do it for free. And these are people who write the laws to have the grants. So who's better than that? Better to do that than you. Okay, so now then all the programs in the state is loaded with all kinds of help. Help to help you sell government contracts, help to money, information. I mean, go through. I mean, it's silly to go. Anything there that you have half an interest in, you follow up. That's the name of the game in all this, following up. That's when you really get the better stuff. And even if you're not eligible for it, the people who are running that program, you get to talk to them or email them something like that. Man, they'll tell you stuff that I could never find. Yeah, because it's in somebody's bottom drawer. But that comes from only talking to people. And that's why, I mean, now with so much information that you go on Google and get a billion websites, no matter what question you put in, all right? People are becoming more important. So you have to learn how to use the people. That's important so you don't get overwhelmed with all this bullshit that you probably never use. You know. So that's what I'm doing. It's showing you 100 places or so that it's all free or low cost for starting a business. Otherwise, you get 100 million. You know, so that's right. You still got to do some work though. That's the problem. Okay, now I think you mentioned this in one of your letters too about getting a government contract. I think that's one of the best things. I mean, a grant you only get once, twice if you're lucky or whatever, and it takes a while to figure it all out and find the right place. Contracts, see, this is an investment. It's sustainable. Once you learn how to get one, you get more and things like that. So, you know, I think whatever you're thinking about, I think that is interesting. And there's places like in that section I have about getting contracts. Look at those 3 videos. Contact a local place. There's a local office that helps you get government contracts. You could just have a business card. You don't even have to be in business. And you start learning the system. And that's what it is. My sister gets government contracts. She frames pictures for the government down in her garage in the middle of Virginia in a barn or something somewhere. Does $1 million doing that. You know, wow. You know, and it's over and over and over again. A grant, getting it, it's gone, and that's it. You know, then when you have to get, you know, it's hard to get another one somewhere. So that's why contracts are better. Now I'm thinking, I'm not sure what you did before you. I think you were in law enforcement or something like that. Well, I mean, just if you had to start somewhere, I would think a business may be in just providing security services or something. They're hiring more of that than anywhere else. So you're a one-man security agency and start like that. I mean, who knows? Or you find people are already getting contracts like that and get the subcontracts. And these offices will help you do that. They help you find the people already getting contracts so you can get subcontracts for them and to start learning the business so you could grow your own little thing. I think you need little to no money to start a business nowadays in anything, particularly a service business like that would be. Or the other kinds of thing. If you can't think of service, I mean, I think, you know, choose something that maybe is related to a hobby, something you have an interest in. Because anything you do, I feel, is going to be a pain in the butt. You know, life is one problem or another. That's all you have to do all day. Solve problem, solve problem. And everybody thinks that it's the other. They want to do nothing. Well, that doesn't happen. So that's why if you choose something you want to do, then the problems are sort of not as bad because you want to be there. I want to figure this out. I want to do this. But if it's something like going to the dentist, you're working, well, you just don't want to do that problem. You want to do everything except try to solve it because it's so painful. But because you have to do it anyway, find something that you really like. So if you don't know what it is, it doesn't matter. You just try. See, I think the whole thing is that you try something. You'll never know what it should be, you know. So you just try something, you know, and go wrong for a while. Oh, no, that sounds dumb. I shouldn't have done that. See, that's another reason why you shouldn't spend money doing stuff, because you really don't know until you get into something if that was really right for you or not. So you keep trying stuff. It's like dating. Yeah. You don't say, well, I'm going to choose the perfect one to marry. Yeah, you don't know. You know, you got try a whole bunch of things to really find out what it is, you know, that you should do. So choosing a career like that is the same way. And now with the internet and the kind of help that's available, you know, that's out. So you have a harebrained idea. So just like this, okay, so you want to be a security agency. Okay, what I would do is take that idea, contact the Small Business Development Center, and just see what they have to say. If you don't like what they say, nah, it's okay. Try another Small Business Development Center, or just take it for hard, maybe follow through a little bit on it, you know, as it interests you, whatever, because some of them, they not all have the best ideas on how to do things because there's too many new ways to do anything in life. but just to run it by. What to me, other people are, is to see how stupid you may or may not be. You know? But even if one guy says there's no way to do it, there's probably a way to do it. I mean, you have to be clever enough to get around those obstacles that they think it may be an obstacle. Okay, let's go through the other stuff. SBA loans. Contracts and jobs. Okay, FBA. Yeah, everybody thinks about it. You have a small bit of SBA. Now, hire an accountant or lawyer or whatever to get SBA loans. You know, I show you right there. I take you through the process of how to do it. You get the best there is ever. Now, here's something that's, I think, very interesting. Incubators, accelerators, and meetups. What's going on in kind of the last couple of years now, again, it's big in Georgia. They want you to start a business. And what they do, if you have a clever idea, what they do is give you money. They give you a place to work. They give you all the technical help you need and stuff like this. I mean, most of these people go out of business, so it's not like that. You have to be a genius. They're guessing. Nobody knows. But that's how important it is. They have this kinds of things. So look at, there's a whole bunch of them around the state. But if that's not for you, a lot of it's high-techy, so maybe if you're not a techie, you may stay around. But a lot of it's just not. Never know. It's all kinds of things. I mean, I talked to somebody who got $30,000 from our state for a handbag. They want to get into business. But what's also there is what's called meetups. And I think what's of interest, should be of interest to you right now is, getting feedback, how other people do it. Looks like you're from a small town in Georgia, and you may not have a lot of people like you there, or a lot of people that are starting businesses. You get into a bigger city, and it's a whole different ballgame. Everybody's starting businesses because the traditional jobs aren't around anymore. That's a shrinking industry. What people are growing is what's called the gig economy, which I have a lot here, and entrepreneurism, and just creating your own job. So that's good. But it's happening more in the cities. And now with the internet, you could be out in the middle of nowhere and still do it. So that's what's cool. So I see you're only 45 minutes from Macon, and I have 2 hours from Atlanta. So I went in and looked at the meetups there. These are where groups of people get together once a week at night and talk about it. So what you could do is go to Macon, and I saw they have 2 or 3 groups there, and I sent you a link to see those groups. And Atlanta has 100 of them, And so just plan going and see it and see what that's like. 'Cause they've been there where you are now and going up the learning curve, and that's the best way, to see what it is, and to learn and get feedback about your ideas, bounce it off people. I mean, people don't know anything. It's sort of like you got to be people doing the same thing around you, so it's not. People are not used to doing it. It's sort of like me. I show my commercials to my friends and family, but they never bought from TV. So what do they know? Sure, they have an idea. But I got to show it to people bought from TV. That's what the success. That's why people who are doing things like you, so you could learn from and are further in the process, so you could learn from them a little better than you can from the barista. I mean, they may or may not have a good idea, but they haven't been through the process that you want to go through. That's why these meetups are very important. And I got some other places of grants or private grants. And there's programs now where they give you a grant. Now their income determined, so if you make a lot of money, you may not be eligible. But if you put up a savings account to start a business, you put in $1, they'll put in $3 or $4, right? And that's terrific. And actually, back up in the local governments, I show you how to get, like Starbucks gives money to special banks to live the business loans. The banks you want to use are non-profit banks. So that's I show you how to get them all up here. Angel investors, these are people investing. Now it's easier than ever. There's so many fat cats don't know what to do with their money. They think they're brilliant, so they want to find, be responsible for the next great idea that they can't think up. So that's how to get money. Now crowdfunding from accredited investors. Now I don't know if you know about crowdfunding. I have A lot of let me tell you about non-traditional loans. Look at that section there, because that's how to get money. That's a lot cheaper than a bank. It's a lot easier than a bank. And it cuts out the middleman. That means you're getting it at a hell of a discount. And it's also a good place to invest. It's quite safe too, even though they're not insured and stuff like that. I've yet to hear any horror stories. And if you spread up over your money around more than just one person, because it's all set up, it's very easy. The platform takes the risk and you don't have to do anything. So I'm going to stop and then clear my throat, and we'll come back and talk about crowdfunding. Okay.